Hey guys, Jessica with Southern Sparrow here. We're going to take it back to the basics a little bit today. Let's talk about what you actually need to set up a game of Mahjong. So we have our 4 racks here with pushers. So these are hinged racks with pushers. These are ours. They are a clear kind of frosted polycarbonate. We chose that material because it is more heavy duty and durable than acrylic or plastic that you normally see in these hinged racks and pushers. They won't really twist or bend or get warped when they're kind of thrown around in your Mahjong bag. So I tend to be really rough on things. So I like to build things that are durable and can stand up to the way that I treat my objects, which is not always the kindest. So these ones won't snap or twist or bend in your Mahjong bag. So these are our racks here. Each player will have a rack set up in front of her with the pusher facing outwards. And you'll put that there. We have our set of tiles here. So we have, let's see what we have today. We have our blue chinoiserie set. This is a really fun set of tiles. They are inspired by traditional art and antiques from China. And so they're a great set. Here, let me just show you guys. Ooh, a bam, a crack, and a dot from this set. So these are a great set for someone who has been playing on a traditional set. Maybe they're a new player and this will be their first fancy set, or they've been playing for a long time on a traditional set and haven't yet felt comfortable to make that transition to a more modern, different art set. This is a really easy set to transition to because the art feels very intuitive. Oh, I was holding that one upside down. Sorry about that, guys. So your BAM, it's a true bamboo for the BAM suit, and they grow in number of bamboo stalks segments as the number gets bigger. Then for the cracks, we have these different ginger jars and vases that have the double happiness symbol on them. They are a true red. This is a cinnabar red, which is a common red featured in Chinese art and antiques, but all of the cracks are a true red, so that feels very similar to a traditional set. And then the dots are these fun koi fish with the number of dots on the fish representing the number on the tiles. So again, this is a very easy set to transition to. Here's our little bird bam with a sparrow on the bamboo there. The dragons are very traditional Chinese dragons. So again, just easy to switch over. Here's our soap. It's little jellyfish to go with the koi fish there. So, and then the flowers that we chose for this set are also traditionally lucky flowers in Chinese art and culture. And so just a little extra luck there. And your jokers are a little foo dog. They're a temple guardian in Chinese art. And they can then, protect this time they're protecting your Mahjong, guarding your Maj. But all I'm doing here is flipping over all of our tiles to face down. These ones are pretty well shuffled sitting in my carry bag there, but flipping them all over. And then once they're all face down, I like to do one final tile wash. A tile wash is when you just mix the tiles up nicely. Typically when they're face down, it helps to just do one last little shuffle before you build your walls. So part of the setup is to build walls in front of these racks. So we'll give a little wash to these tiles, and then let's start to build our walls. So if you are playing by the National Mahjong League rules or playing tournament style, and you play that traditional way, then you will not play with blanks, and you will only have 8 jokers. Your set of tiles, if you buy a set from us, comes with 10 jokers and with 6 blanks. But if you are playing National Mahjong League rules, your walls will not have any blanks because you will have pulled those 6 blanks out, and you will take out 2 jokers and just have the traditional 8 jokers in your set. And then your wall will be 2 tiles tall, like I'm building here, and 19 tiles long. So let me show you what that would look like. And just a reminder, a common house rule is to play with all 10 of those jokers and to play with the blanks, so this is a 19 length wall. So this is, if I was playing with just the 8 jokers and no blanks, mine would be 19 tiles long, 2 tiles tall. If I was playing a more social game, maybe we don't play for money. In my group, we play very socially. We like to have a couple cocktails. We don't play for money. We've all spent enough money on all of our Mahjong gear that we don't need to add betting to it. So our walls are 20 long because we do keep in all 10 of those jokers that come with the set, and we also play with the blanks. I have a video on how to play with blanks if you're curious about that particular house rule. But this is how you would build your walls. Each player would have a wall then built in front of their rack. So let's just pretend that we already have that. What else do you need? So you have your racks, you have your tiles, we've maybe built all of our walls, we're going to pretend that we have, and then you all need 4 National Mahjong League cards. You need 1 for each player. This is the 2024 card. It is, right now it's February, the end of February. The 2025 card will be released by the league in April. So they typically ship to us kind of the last week of March for release in April. So those cards are coming. You don't have to play the current year card. So when April rolls around, you don't have to immediately switch over to the 2025 card if you haven't gotten it yet, or your girlfriends don't have theirs, or you just really like this card. Maybe this is the card you learned on and you're not quite ready to make that transition yet. It is totally fine to play any year's card, as long as everyone at the table is playing from the same card. So an example of something fun that you can do with your Maj group is we will get on eBay and buy old cards. We have our birth year cards. Each of the girls in my group have our birth year cards, and on our birthdays, we pull out those birth year cards and we play from the year we were born. Just a little silly fun thing to do. Or if there's a special year to you, maybe your anniversary year or the year that you met your best friends that are your quad, you could go back and get that antique card and play from that prior year card. As long as all 4 of you are playing from the same card, then that's totally fine. So you need your racks, you need your tiles, you need your National Mahjong League cards, and then you need a pair of dice. The dice are only used at the very beginning of the game. When you first sit down for a round of Mahjong, a round is typically 4 games at the table. Every player at the table will roll the dice, and whoever has the highest roll, here I rolled an 8, whoever has the highest roll is then called the East seat. The East seat is simply the first dealer in the round. So let's say I rolled the highest, I'm now the East seat, I'm gonna deal that first game. So I'm going to then roll my dice again, which tells me where to cut the wall, where to break the wall for the deal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I would then slide my rack with pusher over, break my wall right there. The reason that we do this, especially because the dealer in Mahjong gets the first tiles, you're just adding a little randomization there to ensure that I haven't stacked a bunch of jokers up for myself. So that's the only 2 times that you're going to use the dice, to assign the East seat and then to show where you're going to break the wall on the deal. So I would then begin the deal by taking 4 tiles for myself. If you're following the National Mahjong League rules, each player self takes, so the next player would take 4, the one across from me would take 4, the one across from me would take 4. We would follow that pattern until everyone had 12. Then I would take the first and third top tile, and each player would take 1 last tile. If you're playing a more social game, like in our group, I like to have the dealer deal to everyone. It just gives an opportunity for the other 3 players to chit chat or get up and go to the restroom or get up and get a refill on drinks or some more snacks or whatever. I just think it kind of moves things along a little bit faster and gives an opportunity for the other 3 players to take a little break and be social, because the reason that our group plays Mahjong is to get together and to chat. And sometimes during games, especially if we are being very competitive, we don't chat enough. So I like having that little break before games. So this would be how you would set up. You would have all your walls built. You would then roll the dice for East seat, roll the dice for the deal, and then you would begin the game.